Hello, welcome. I'm Dr. Michelle Arnold from Living Well with Dr. Michelle and Acupuncture Center here in Poway, California. I would like to share something today, and this is especially for somebody in my family, a very special person going through some difficulty with loss of appetite, just not wanting to eat anything and having pain all over his body. And this can be just very upsetting, especially, if somebody has cancer or any pre-existing condition, or, if it's just lasting longer than a few hours, you want to stay hydrated. And I want to provide some tips that may help. And unfortunately, I am unable to be, nearby. I'm far away, so hopefully this post will help. I would also like to add that there are a couple different causes of a really low appetite or no appetite, and it can be severe constipation, and it could also be some of your medications that you're taking. Perhaps you're on painkillers or opioids. So number one, if this is happening to you, always talk to your doctor and find out if indeed there is something else that you're doing or that you're taking that may be causing the loss of appetite or severe constipation. So in order to improve the appetite, in order to move the bowels, there may be nothing you can do until you take away the cause, right? So just want to add something in there for you to think about. And so let's go on with some of my natural tips. So first of all, I want to talk about the Brat Diet, and you may know about this Brat Diet, and I do talk about the Brat Diet in my book here. It's all about your gut. And when you are convalescing, like rehabilitating from surgery or chemo or just, illness, cold, flu, whatever, generally you want to eat foods that are very bland and really, really easy to digest, that don't upset the stomach. And the palate for the person or, the patient is number one. Whatever it is that they want to eat, that they think tastes good, is, what you want to help provide them with. So the Brat Diet, of course, is the apples, rice, toast, sourdough toast, and maybe bananas. These things can definitely help. And the white bread, of course, normally we don't want to eat processed white bread, but that is the easiest, food that somebody could eat. Even a white potato, white noodles, some mashed potatoes, anything that they want that sounds good, among one of these things may be a good choice. I do have a video about making a rice congee. That is a rice porridge, and I do have, that recipe in this book as well. Maybe you might even think about rice cereal, baby food rice cereal, because you want to avoid having to go to the hospital and that, anything to keep food down, and it's really scary for the people taking care of you. So you could even do cream of wheat, farina, any of those things. Just trying to give you some ideas here. Soda crackers, apple juice, applesauce, even just sipping, taking little bites, a tablespoon here and there is okay. They're not going to be able to eat a whole lot all at once. Anyway, so canned pears, I recommend not the syrup. Manuka honey, and you can spread the Manuka honey on like some toast, the sourdough toast, or even just little tastes of it right off the spoon. Manuka honey. So that's M-A-N-U-K-A. You can find that at your health food store. It is a little more expensive, but well worth it. Herbal teas, hot teas, a chamomile, a peppermint, cinnamon, orange, anything that they can say that tastes good, that they can sip. You want to avoid, the other, types of milk products and sweets and syrupy things. They aren't going to help. They'll either just, or too acidic foods, too vinegary. They won't be good. So those are just some food suggestions. And then it can be difficult, you know, when you're trying to give these foods and they don't even want to try it. But smells, you've probably heard that ginger can help with an upset stomach, but I want to say you can even just smell ginger. So this is a ginger essential oil, and you don't have to even taste it. I mean, just open the bottle and just put it under their nose and just have them smell that. You can put it in a diffuser, you know, in the room. But I would first test it before putting any oils, you know, in a diffuser, because if it makes it worse or they don't like it, then you're going to have the smell wafting in the room. So it's better to do a little tester and have them just, you know, smell the oil. You can even take a little swipe, you know, under their nose. So here are a few different essential oils that you can try. You know, there's so many different ones. So ginger could be the one. It could be cardamom. It could be fennel, or maybe lavender, wild orange, celery seed, grapefruit, or peppermint. So those are some oils, some smells that you can try. And the next thing is to try some acupressure. And acupressure definitely works as well. First things, you know, trying to get the nutrition in, the hydration, and trying to use some smells so that it will help with the queasy stomach and the appetite. Again, you just get in this vicious cycle. But let me angle my camera here for you, and maybe you've heard of this acupuncture point, Pericardium 6. So let me angle my camera onto my wrist here for you. We're going to angle it down. So this is Pericardium 6, and if you take your 2 fingers from the wrist crease, and it's measured the 2 finger widths from the center of the wrist crease, and it is about where your watch would fall, and it actually feels like you fall into a little hole right there, and so it's between the 2 tendons. You know, some people don't have 2 tendons, and some people, their tendons are just way too close together. So, you know, but you're doing acupressure, so I wouldn't be too concerned, you know, with that, as long as you're in the center and you're about 2 finger widths from the wrist crease. And now I like to do circles, so you can either press and just keep a continuous pressure down, or you can do small circles. You want to do it at least, this is just my acupressure tool, at least a minute, and you can do them both at the same time or one at a time. And the pericardium channel, this channel starts just outside of the breast, just on the side, goes up into the armpit and down and around the arm. Whoops, wrong. Down here like this, and then ends on the fingertip, okay? So another thing that you can do to kind of help wake the person up, especially if you think they just seem too groggy or too weak, is just pinch the corners of their nails. So just give them a pinch with your fingernail, each one, just a good, you know, pinch, and then even just the tip of that pericardium 9 right there, okay? Those are really helpful, the tips of the fingers, and especially this particular point. And the pericardium, it has a lot of the actual organ pericardium that this eventually does run into and meet into. It has neural connections and also muscular connections with the liver, with the diaphragm, and with the chest wall. And that is why this point helps with chest discomfort, anxiety, heart palpitations, and also the diaphragm and the nausea and upset stomach, lack of appetite, also because of the connection with the liver, and also the connection it has with the esophagus and the stomach. So that point, I'm going to give you one more so we don't overwhelm you, just 2 acupressure points. and the oils and some food suggestions. Oh, I still have my tennis shoes on, but I think this will work. I think you'll see my leg here. So stomach, 36. So if this is my kneecap and this is the tibia bone, it is just under the kneecap, and then just let your finger roll off that tibia bone, that shin bone right at the top. It just rolls into a little hollow right there. And then again, just massage at least a minute in small circles, or you can just hold some pressure. I prefer the circles and clockwise circles, and so do both legs. So hopefully you'll be able to try those things. And the acupressure, if somebody is, hospitalized and you're able to visit, you can at least do those. You can at least bring in some essential oils, and you're not going to be upsetting anybody with the odor. You're not going to diffuse it in the room, but just have them smell the oil, and hopefully they will be able to gain some appetite and be able to eat, gain some strength, okay? Because we can't get stronger if we can't eat. So God bless, namaste, and we'll see you at the next lesson.